Hey everybody.
Yes. But Trey's mentioning that you guys went to maybe some set plays, a little bit different offense. What do you see kind of change there in this game, and how do you feel kind of the new look worked out here in this game?
Yeah, for sure. There were definitely a couple hiccups and mistakes that we made just because we've been trying to play pretty quick and just getting right into our flow action every time we come down the floor. But just being able to have these actions as other reads and be able to slow down the game a little bit for us is something that that worked tonight at some times. But I think just as we keep implementing these sets and playing this way, it will improve.
Down the stretch, you guys kind of went back in the flow. I think you scored about 6 in a row, and then you're able to kick out to Trey for a big three. What do you see kind of there in that closing sequence that allowed you to move forward?
Yeah, it was one of those things where we had a lot of guys step up and play great tonight, and then just down the stretch, kind of going back to guys like Trey and Ty had played great down the stretch, and just that leadership and seniorship and that experience that we have, just going to what we know, what we're good at, really showed at the end of the game.
What can you say about Nate Heisey with what you see on him as a freshman? I know he had a big corner three, and then he came up with a big steal for you as well.
Yeah, he's been great. He's a super competitive kid, and you can see it on the basketball court, and that's something where that you can't just teach a freshman. Like most freshmen, they might come in and still kind of be not scared is the word, but just unexperienced and not being able to take that step to really play their hardest because they're thinking so much. And Nate's been doing a great job of just going, playing as hard as he can and living with the result. And so far, he's been playing great.
Not just this past week of practice, I understand Jake had you guys doing some one-on-ones, some three-on-threes, really going at each other. Kind of what you see usually in those initial weeks. How intense was this past week?
Yeah, it's one of those things. We knew coming in that Bradley's always a very physical team, and we knew after playing at Evansville, there was a lot of times where we just had Evansville's hands got in and tipped the ball a lot, and we had a lot of turnovers coming from that. So we really took this past week just to get stronger with the ball, be able to bring the intensity to Bradley instead of wait for them to hit us a couple of times and then respond that way.
I guess one of the unique things about the schedule now is you have a lot of time in between series. Do you feel like your team was really able to take advantage of that time from the Evansville series until this series to make some quality adjustments?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely different having that whole week. I mean, like last year, just having just 2 days here and there to prepare for a team is tough, but having this whole week and our coaches do a great job on the scout and be able to really lock in and learn the other team's plays, learn personnel, study all that film has really helped us.
Great, thanks, Austin.
Thanks, Nick.
Hey. Can you speak a little bit to what it takes to come off a long break and jump right into game action? Because I know that you guys had a long break, a layoff of sorts. That's what Bradley dealt with today.
Yeah, it's something that's definitely tough. A lot of teams have had to deal with that this year, and it's something that probably will keep happening for the rest of the season. But it's one of those things where just playing in the actual game is so much different than you could even scrimmage in practice, but having that actual game feels different. I'd say our coaches did a great job when we were on our little pause of throwing in, like I said, just some scrimmages, some actual up and down days where you're not just going over the same drills, doing the same other things that you're doing on an everyday basis, but try to really get like a game feel, just because being away from playing an actual game that long of a time, you just need to almost get back in shape and get that feel again.
And can you speak a little bit to, I don't know if you guys see it like this, but I know some people do, the rivalry between Bradley and UNI, kind of going back to the championship game a few years back. I know a lot of people expect these games to be intense and physical.
Yeah, for sure. Just kind of being both of us having been like top 3, top 4 of the league for the past how many years is something that's always a big rivalry and one of those games that you really want to win, just knowing that they're usually both 2 pretty good teams. Personally, I get along with all the Bradley guys really well. It's fun to talk to them on the floor and things like that, but for sure, I feel like we have a target on the back of their jersey and they have a target on ours, so it's one of those things that it's definitely a big game and one that you want to win.